Hello everyone, PaperSpock here with my second outing with the Talos Principal. In real life, it's been about 2 hours, I think, but in game, and if you're watching it, it's been I don't know how long it's been. Maybe you watched it right away. Maybe what's the star for? I thought the star was for completion. And um, in the other area, there was a star at the end. Oh, let's go back to the hub. I was planning on just kind of heading in. Let's see if the oh, there we go. There is a star there. What about the star for number one? There is a star there, but what does the star mean? Because it's already there. Let's look at 3. Let's see if 3 has... Oh, it's difficulty, I bet. And this is 2 sets of things, so I don't know what that's about, but... That's 2 stars. That is... Is there any 3 stars? No, there's 1 star again.
There are mysteries in my garden,
Oh.
hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
Okay. I will take that advisement. Uh... Oh ho! Aha! Okay. Okay, cool. Now we have a goal. I mean, we had a goal before. We were going to get all the Tetris pieces. That was going to happen regardless. But now we know what we do when we get those Tetris pieces from this next area. So let's go back into this corner. This game looks a little like... Oh, can I walk over to the ocean? Probably I can't. Probably I can. I'm a robot. Probably this is bad for me. Whoa, what? What now? I don't get to hear that. No! I wanted to hear that. In the beginning, something, 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 fast forward or wind. But yeah, my android body, I think it is. Let's try that again. Wow, that's pretty unusual. And I'm gonna just go off into it and press forward. Hmm. There's also the possibility that this is a simulation. Because last time I was like, I had some ideas last time. I can't remember. A suicide mission. Interesting. Um, looking for relevant objects to work with. Okay, we have our jammer. And okay, we can go through there. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna walk over this way for a little bit. That's a one of those things that will prevent me from walking through them with my gear. No, don't follow me. Can I do something with... Oh! Interesting. Oh, I did manage to kill myself, so, suicide mission success? Where is the jammer? Hmm. Maybe I can... Yes! Yes, shoot each other. Yay! According to plan. There we go. And yay, we get our little Tetris block.
Good. You are learning, as is your purpose.
Oh,
But
it's...
your choices must be your own.
Okay.
Therefore, I will not guide you, unless
Okay.
it is necessary.
So anyway, I'm wondering if wandering off into the water is like revealing this is a simulation. I mean, this being a simulation would make as much sense as anything, but I suppose I could be a robot walking around with someone's consciousness put inside them or something along those lines. What is that zapping I'm hearing? Did I damage myself from walking into the water? Still ongoing? There's something in the level that's doing that. I don't like that ongoing. Excuse me, my throat's a little bit froggy. Okay. What? What just happened? What is this me? Is this another player? What? Huh? Walk up here. And then what do I do next? That was weird. I don't know if this is a Dark Souls-esque thing where I'm seeing shades of other players, or if this is the sort of thing where I am, interesting. But where I am just watching recorded data of myself, or this is a player character in the world they want me to like. This is a non-player character. This is a character in the world they want me to look at. Hall of Windows. Okay, very good. Got one door I need to open. Emancipation grid type situation. It's just, okay, this is the... I can jam that all the way over there. And what stops me? Okay, that stops me. Excuse me. I would also like to block that door. And I can remove you and go further. Let's see what's over here. Nothing of note just yet. Hmm. So how do I get across? Well, probably what I do is I prop the door open with this. I go through here. And then I target the other one far in the distance. And I close the door behind me. Open this up. Get that one. Then I probably just walk through. I'm there, right? Yep, right. That was pretty easy. I don't like the buzzing I'm hearing, though. I'm still hearing it. Not ideal. So what's off on the margins of this area? I'm curious how they're going to advance the puzzles. Because so far, the puzzles are the least interesting thing in the game to me. They're not bad puzzles, they're just like, what if you had portal puzzles but didn't have portals? That kind of thing. And like, the portals are the most interesting part of Portal. Story is here? On the computer monitors? I mean, that's probably the best part so far, is these sorts of things, the lore documents, where we're getting emails from employees and trying to figure out what was going on there. I am sort of voice that's kind of coming at you. Not too interesting to me at this point. Other than, like, obviously, it's meant to be a representation or to evoke very, very judgmental religion, basically. So they're trying to get you to feel there. And having to accept things without question. Get up here. What is beeping? Is there new stuff I can do here? Part 2, it's been generated! Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of your outlier responses in the previous round. You will be presented with a series of statements. Please indicate your agreement where appropriate. Begin, yes or no? I guess so. Since all human beings are persons, and some human beings have psychological capabilities similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. They probably want me to do this fast. Since all human beings are persons, and some human beings have psychological capacities similar to humans, some animals are therefore persons. I think I'm going to, like, say this under the idea that there are animals that we have, like dolphins, that we have underestimated, perhaps. A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. Okay, what are they saying exactly here? A person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. Um... Eh, that sounds ideal, but, like, there are things that we have to, like, deal with that aren't under our control, unfortunately. And the quality of life of persons ought to be maximized, yes. Value is discovered versus value is inherent, I would assume. Oh no, that's not right. Value is discovered. What do you mean value is discovered? Uh, oh heavens. Okay, so versus created. So value is discovered versus value is created. I hate these because I feel like, well, kind of both, because value is discovered versus value is created. So if it's discovered, it was already there, and we're just kind of learning it. That which already discovered. So probably value is created is probably more where I feel like I'm leaning initially here. Uh, uh, so let's say, like, you can say inherent, and, like, I feel things can be maybe feeling inherent within a certain context, but if you jump down a layer, then it's kind of like, huh, I'm not so sure. And yeah, okay, I'm definitely not answering these quickly. I don't think they said you must answer these quickly. They did say you must answer these quickly before, so, like, yeesh. Uh, I'm glad I stopped to kind of try to grok this one a bit better, though, because, hmm. So let's say value is discovered. That means everything has value. Not everything, but certain things have value without us interacting with them, without us knowing it. Um, Value is created would be like we make the meaning, that sort of thing. And think I probably lean a bit more towards that. I think there's, I don't know. I feel like there's some baseline level of stuff that you have to kind of assume. And if you assume that, then it kind of changes the answer. I'm trying to think through this. The value is discovered. Uh, so if I have something, so value is discovered. I'm going in loops here. I don't know that this is good to listen to, but I'm trying. I'm trying, people. I'm sorry. And I don't know. Some of these questions, I'm not sure if I like how I answered them. Uh, value is discovered. So let's say value is discovered. That means everything has some sort of inherent value. And we're running around and we can discover that value, but it was there whether or not we knew about it. And that doesn't necessarily totally ring true in terms of like, let's say a song is pretty. Is a song inherently pretty? Well, our nervous systems make the song pretty in a kind of a sort of a way. Um, Given the sort of history and our given our the way we've been, I guess, given our sort of biology, I suppose, we are primed to find music beautiful in a way that, there could be creatures entirely like humans that didn't find music beautiful. And they just had something maybe different in their brain. So music is not inherently beautiful, I guess. But to humans, it's inherently beautiful, but that inherentness is in how they process it. Or chocolate, or I shouldn't say chocolate tastes good. Not everyone. I mean, different people think different things taste good. There's a lot of variety there, but generally, sweet things taste good to humans. Humans like sweet flavors. But that's not, I mean, if you're starting with human biology, um, and I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions where there's someone who like has some sort of gene where they react differently to the flavor of sugar. But if we're dealing with humans, the standard human, and there is no standard human, but like the average human, then sugar, the taste of sugar is pleasurable. Uh, then given that initial thing, if we're dealing with humans as they've been built, yes, that is inherent. That value can be discovered. But if we don't assume like humans have to be this way, or like there could be aliens that don't like the taste of sugar, then the value of its sweetness is not inherent. So I think value, but is that creating value? We flip that around the other way. Are humans creating? They aren't really, are they? I mean, you can create meaning in things, but can you create value? I mean, it's value given some sort of other thing going on. Um, huh, huh. This is a question and a half, and 2/3 and 3/4, and so on and so forth. Value is discovered. So broadly agree or broadly disagree. And those are my only two options. Ah, I guess you kind of start out in whatever state you've been given. And then from there are things that you value based on composition, your memories, those sorts of things. And then you discover them from there. But those sorts of things are only like pleasurable or valuable to you because of what came before, your circumstances, what led you to this moment. Um, if someone, okay, if we had, could we create value if we like transported our consciousness to a sort of a machine designed to find different things pleasurable? Like maybe this machine would taste, what could it taste instead of sugar and be like, get a similar response out of it. We could create not necessarily even a machine, but maybe even some sort of biologically, genetically engineered housing to put a brain in from a human, that sort of thing. And we put the brain in there, then then the brain would like be put in and start controlling it. And then it went around tasting stuff. But maybe it likes the taste of ash. So let's say it goes around and finds campfires, licking campfires that have burnt down pleasurable for whatever reason. Or maybe it likes a combination of nitrogen and some other things, and oh, well, that's really, oh, I mean, proteins do have no nitrogen, so. Uh, and humans do find proteiny flavors tasty quite often. But let's just deal with the silly thing of like ashes. Licking the ashes of something for some reason tastes good to this machine or biological vessel that our brains are in. Then, in that sort of way, we've created value for ashes. That doesn't generally happen though. I mean, maybe if I stopped and think I could find some way where it's like, oh, that actually does kind of happen, but in an unintuitive way. But I guess I agree value is discovered in this sort of way. Um, but I mean, okay, let's talk a little more broadly, but like social things, social constructs, um, money even. Like, value is created there because well, it's a proxy for a lot of other things. You can trade money for a lot of other good things. So value is created in that case, I guess, kind of. Or I mean, we have these sorts of things of okay, you are the valedictorian of your high school, and that has value to people. But the idea of a valedictorian is not some inherent sort of thing that exists. So I guess ah, I guess those you can. I'm talking myself around to be able to say that there's certain value type things that are created. Um, However, if we go back and find out why the idea of being a valedictorian is valued, I mean, you'd basically say, hey, that's a sign intelligence. It's useful for. It's not inherently necessarily useful for leadership, but being able to say that can open certain opportunities, and open up certain other opportunities, which probably eventually filter down into the sorts of values that already exist given forms that our bodies on average take. Big sort of like, there's lots of exceptions here, but I guess I broadly agree. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. Uh, I'm not sure what they're getting at here. I think this will be easier than the last one, but persons deserve the talents they were born into. I mean, if someone was born with no talents, or very weak talents, would they deserve that? I don't think they would deserve that. They were born with great talents. Um, they didn't do anything special to get those talents. So I wouldn't necessarily say, as a first blush reaction that they deserve the talents they were born into. No, I don't think I agree. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. Probably disagree. The liberty of persons ought to be maximized. Oh, I mean, that sounds really good. That sounds really good initially. But I think about things like the pandemic, and I think about things like how sometimes people need to do things for some sort of greater good. And, like mask mandates. People didn't like mask mandates. Um, there's evidence that mask mandates would have been helpful to stop spreading disease. And so the liberty of persons ought to be maximized would be, hey, no one needs to wear masks, no one needs to be vaccinated. But that would be bad for people overall. So the liberty of persons ought to be maximized. Um, Depends on what they mean by maximized. Like, is there some other value in what we're saying? Bring it as high as possible without getting in the way of these other things. Then maybe that's more of a debate. But I'm just kind of thinking from a public health perspective. Um, and I mean, there's other angles as well. It's not just public health. But basically, to live in a community means to be limited in certain ways. And we don't always get to choose the communities we're in, but if we do get to choose the communities we're in, or build the communities ourselves, there are still certain things that we've got to do for the good of the community that allows the community to exist. And so I think what I would go with here is I broadly disagree. Hmm. Oh no, that's not correct. Okay. Value is created. Uh, uh, Value can be created. If I agreed here, because earlier I was asked, value is discovered. That was the one I spent so long, and you can't scroll up here. Look at what was said before. So they don't want you to look at what you said before, I guess. But this is what I had settled on before was kind of the appropriate opposite, which makes me feel like I did some good thinking there. So if value is discovered, then value is not created. Um, because if value is like you, I can imagine, like I said, I did weird thought agreement, thought. No, what am I saying? I did weird thought experiments on ways where you could try to create value, but they were things like, okay, we're going to take human brains and we're going to stick them in a robot casing, or we're going to stick them in some sort of genetically engineered shell meant to take a human brain that like changes things around just what you positively respond to. So I think I'm gonna have to broadly disagree to be consistent with my. Oh, I mean, I guess it's not only created. Value is only created, or value is only discovered. I guess I'd say both, but I think I'm gonna lean into broadly disagree. Value is discovered rather than created. Okay, thank you. The certification process is now complete. You will receive a notification when your user profile has been generated. Press any key to exit. Cool. Okay, we've seen all this before. That was something. That was something. Um, I get nervous on this sort of thing because I know that philosophers have talked over this more than I ever will. And I mean, anyone could do philosophy. Um, I kind of shy away from philosophy a bit because what is this? I'm going to finish my statement first. I kind of shy away from philosophy a bit because my father just so exhaustively discussed philosophy and his understandings of philosophy to the point where it's like something. It kind of pushed me away from it in a certain sort of way. Okay, let's do this puzzle now. The guards must be crazy. Well, that is... Whoa! Will you blow up through the fence? You won't. That doesn't count as vision for you. This is very Metal Gear again. Oh, nope. Nope, nope. Oh, I can just zoom by like that. That's cool. I like that I can disable them at a... Okay, we're gonna look at these a little. Huh. I don't think they're quite as interesting as I thought they were. I don't think they're uninteresting, but... Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's see what's over this way. Ah, another jammer. There we go, you're locked in place. I'm gonna need to get the other jammer over here. Here's what I'm seeing for this puzzle. Hmm. Oh. Don't come after me. I'm gonna hit it as soon as it turns around. Okay, now I can grab it and walk away. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. We're protected now. I do like that they just called this level of guards must be crazy. That was some pretty awesome naming. Okay, I think I've done everything here. I need to receive whatever that email is by the, what is that called? The Acropolis? It's not the Parthenon. This thing. I don't know terms of things well enough. Aha, but I can stand in here and sit in here. Oh. But yeah, my dad talked enough philosophy or philosophy adjacent stuff that I'm a little like, eh. He was also an argumentative sort. And in fairness, I enjoyed the arguing sometimes.
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So, I guess I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
So I don't know if that's me. Ah, I can.
When I was a little girl, one
Awesome.
of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule, write letters to the future,
I want to
so
listen to
one
it
day
again.
we could remember what it was like to be.
Oh, that just ended it. Oh well. We'll have another chance later. Okay, good to know. Curious what that does still. I think we were on the other side of things, though. Mm-hmm. Yes, there we go. So we can put that there. You can put that there. That's not gonna work. Let's... Ah, right, okay. That can't work. This maybe could? Maybe if I... Let's see if I do it this way. Yes. Is that a skull? Is that a skull, like, on the grid, on the checkerboard, this up here at the top? That looks like a skull to me. I don't know if it is. I hope the resolution is good enough that you can see it, but that looks like a skull to me. That absolutely looks like a skull to me. Okay. Now we've opened our way to this part of the area. We get these two headless statues. These sconces, I think they're called. Torches on the wall. Sconces, I think. Oh, an elevator. Let's go from floor -1 to floor 0.
You have proven yourself worthy, child.
Yay!
This gate shall be forever open to you. Seek now the other worlds I have given you, that you may attain even greater mastery and bring glory to your kind.
Really?
But remember, you must not ascend the great tower, for it shall bring death and the end of your generations.
Okay. Obviously, the game is going to take me there. The more that is said, the more it's obvious that's the way the game wants to take us. Go through here. What is this area? Still turned around. I feel like there's an exit. I feel like I saw a clear exit earlier. Okay, this is it. Yes. Aha! The tower I'm not to climb. Wait, which building did I come from? A! B, C, I understand now. So to get in... Oh. You're gonna take a while to deal with. I will be back for you, but okay. This is where I'm not to head. Oh. Nope. Let's see what happens. Just straight from the
Cannot
get-go.
detect location of primary subject. Query. Query. Query.
Interesting. Oh?
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
So, Alexandra. Her name is different than I imagined. It's fine, it's just... It's a little different than I imagined, so this is the big tower. We'll eventually ascend, and the end game will be there, I assume. And we have 3 big buildings.
Where have you been, child?
Where have I been indeed?
Remember, the great tower is not for you.
Right.
Do not give up the hope of eternal life for the hollow promises of curiosity.
Oh dear. I am in danger. I am a curious sort. I wonder if there's multiple endings. What if I just... Whoa. That is crazy. That is really trippy. The way that just... I want to go off into infinity here. I think I'll probably get turned around here.
The beginning were the words, and the words
Uh-huh.
made the world. I am the words are everything. Where the...
Yep, the same thing when I tried to swim off in the water. Okay. Now, what if I decide not to go up the tower? Because I know this authority is telling me not to go up the tower. But I know the game wants me to go up the tower. So I'm rejecting a different authority by not going up the tower. What about that? Ah. I'm being a little silly here. I'm being a little silly indeed. Oh, there was the monitor! I should have talked to... I didn't want to, like, log into something and deal with that just at that moment. But this is building C. Ah, I hear beep beep. Okay. Okay. Heaven and hell. Okay. So this is the Milton Library. That got me thinking. I know this because of Star Trek. I'll start by saying that. I know that because of Star Trek, that there is, I think it's an epic poem, and I think it's Irish or Scottish, maybe, called Paradise Lost, and it's written by Milton. And we're dealing with things here on one level that are very much sort of trying to evoke religion. So, I wonder if Milton's going to connect in that sort of way, where I'm going to wish that I had read the epic poem Paradise Lost. And the only thing I really remember is it's in the Star Trek the Original Series Khan episode, Space Seed. And he just kind of knowingly says Milton to Kirk. And what was said there is the thing that gets quoted back to Khan is "'Tis better to rule in hell than serve in heaven," I think is the sentiment that Khan was alluding to, because Khan was going to get put on a planet as punishment for basically being this sort of uh, horrible sort of warmonger who had been genetically engineered, who was trying to take over Earth, along with the rest of other genetically engineered people. So Kirk's solution is, okay, we don't want to kill you, but you're going to cause problems, so we're going to strand you on a planet where you're not going to be able to really escape, but you can like thrive and make a life for yourself. And then you've seen Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, something happens. And it doesn't quite work out. But let's see this. Heaven.txt. Okay, this isn't very long. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven, no matter where, if I be still the same. And what I should be, all but less than he, whom thunder hath made greater. Here at least we shall be free. The Almighty hath not built, here for his envy, will not drive us hence. Here we may reign secure, and in my choice to reign. And in my choice to reign is worth ambition, though in hell. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Milton! Fucking Milton! Oh my gosh. I fucking called it. Oh, the one bit of Paradise Lost that I would recognize. Made it in. Made it in right here for me. Oh, you wonder about the sort of cultural impact of things, though. Like, how many people also recognize that specifically because of Star Trek? The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven, what matter where, if I be still the same, and what I should be, all but less than he whom thunder hath made greater. Here at least we shall be free. The Almighty hath not built, here for his envy, will not drive us hence. Here we may reign secure, and in my choice, reign is worth ambition, though in hell. Reign is worth ambition, though in hell. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Okay. That's on heaven. Better to reign in hell. So, 1667. So, this next one is 1793. We'll see what they have to say. Blake, did the other one start with Milton? I'm gonna have to check that. Okay. The ancient tradition that the world will be consumed in fire at the end of 6,000 years is true, as I have heard from hell. The cherub, with his flaming sword, is hereby commanded to leave his guard at the Tree of Life. When he does, the whole creation will be consumed and appear infinite and holy, whereas now it appears finite and corrupt. This will come to pass by an improvement of sensual enjoyment. But first the notion that man has a body distinct from his soul is to be expunged. This I shall do by printing in the infernal method by corrosives, which in hell are salutary and medicinal, melting apparent surfaces away, and displaying the infinite which was hid. William Blake, The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. Okay. I don't think the first one had any such. No. It was no context, but I know it's Milton. I know it's Milton because of Star Trek! Okay, this is Gate C. I can see how this game is going to be fairly big now, because I was like, okay, I'm going to get through in no time, no big deal. But here we have big elevator, we have the 3 buildings. So, I feel like I understand the shape of it. Okay, we gotta look at too, fair enough. Athena, 12, and let's look at that first. 12. The Council of Zeus. The great bronze bulls pulled the carriage forward, mighty bursts of steam issuing from their nostrils. Finally they came to the gates at the top of... Here assembled were all the many generations of the gods, and demigods, and souls of mortals, steel and bronze and iron, and memory of flesh. The clouds parted far beneath, revealing the beautiful plains of Macedonia, where great gleaming cities had once, and then it cuts off. Okay. Professor Dr. Armin Hulock. The Fall of the Roman Empire, A Dialectic Approach. Caption. Homo sum mani nihil ame alienum puto. Not sure what that all means. Don't know a horrible amount of Latin. But interesting as such perspectives of the decline and ultimate dissolution of the Roman Empire may be, they ultimately put too much emphasis on individual catastrophic events. The real question that must be asked is why the Roman Empire, which had dealt with so many threats and catastrophes over the years, was so incapable of responding to these later problems. We must investigate the division of wealth, the structure of the government, and the location of power in Roman society. Had the Republic survived or been restored, would Rome still have fallen? What was the role of debt and slavery in creating the conditions for what we now call the Dark Ages? Rome, the saying goes, was not built in a day. It didn't fall in a day either. Register for the class, please email. Okay. Very good. So this is elevator A. I think we need to head back to elevator B. Land B elevator. So, there you are, Land B. Yep, there's the terminal. Okay. Onyx Drinkus? Sure. And the great irony of Oxyrhynchus papyri is that such a vital source of information about the ancient world exists only because of a garbage dump. While the Library of Alexandria burned at the hands of the fanatics and conquerors, depriving us of unimaginable insights into history, philosophy, and art, the papers carelessly thrown away by the citizens of Oxyrhynchus survived to the modern day. And though it is true that a great deal of what we know today is because of the conscious efforts of individuals and organizations, such as the spectacular translation and preservation work done during the Islamic Golden Age, So much more is simply the result of coincidence and luck. We've lost text that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized work has survived unharmed. Some number of numbers. These are... Yeah... Can these be converted? Okay. So if we want our descendants to remember more than glittering emo vampires and auto-tuned teen pop stars, we have to make sure to invest in something, make sure that something. Okay. I'm going to keep talking to you. I'm going to do something in the background that I don't have a good means of capturing. Hexadecimal to text converter. And see what we can manage to do with that. Okay, so I have the game pulled up. I have a converter of 4C, 49, 46, 45. Let's convert this and see if it's sensible so far. Life! Oh no, this is sensible. This, I didn't want to do this, but we're gonna keep going. So 20, 49, 4E. 20, 49, 4E. 20, 44, 45. 20, 44, 45. 41, 54. 41, 54. 48, 20, 42. 48, 20, 42. 45, 47, 49. 45, 47, 49. 4E, 53. 4E, 53. 20, 41. Then we have 4E, 45. 4E, 45, 57. Let's convert it. Uh-oh. Value is not hex. Okay, we're gonna... The first four letters were... Huh? So my converter is struggling. And I'm trying to figure out why. Life and death begins anew. Okay. We've lost ancient texts that the ancients considered to be absolutely essential, while utterly trivial, even plagiarized. Work has survived unharmed. Life in death is begun anew. Life and death has begun anew. So if we remember... So if we want our descendants to remember more than... Life and death begins anew. Okay. So I'm going to open a note file and say... This is land... sea... monitor... text. Life and death begins anew. Oxyrhynchus, okay. Oxyrhynchus, or however you say that. Okay, Book of Osiris. The book of the Scribe of Osiris, sometimes also referred to as the Book of the Journey to Eru, is an ancient Egyptian text discovered in the excavation of Oxyrhynchus. It has caused a certain degree of controversy among Egyptologists, as some argue that it is a classic funerary text, such as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, while others believe it to be a poetic work that is not intended to be understood literally. The book tells the story of a dying man who asks the scribe about the afterlife. The scribe, a servant of Osiris, describes how the man's Ka, life force, will become separated from his Ba, personality, and how he will have to reunite the two and become an Auk, living intellect, passing a series of trials in the Duat underworld in order to reach the paradise of Auru. Unlike similar texts, the Book of the Scribe of Osiris focuses less on giving advice or... A recent study, Arnahan Hassan, suggests that the text may have been intended as philosophical commentary on the world of the living through the allegory of the Duat. It remains unclear whether this was the intent of the original pre-Alexandrian author or the result of the latter translation into Greek. The earlier manuscript, which is considered to be more authentic, is too fragmentary to provide answers, though perhaps further excavation may... Okay. Let's see if we're happy with what we have here. So we have time capsules, we have A1 and A2, we have the land elevators, A, B, and C. Let's look in them just to see if there was any... those numbers could maybe hold something, but... Oh. Oh. Also not what I wanted to do. Welcome. Okay. Athena. Or maybe... Those look less like hexadecimal. Maybe though? No, there's definitely letters in there, but they aren't chunked quite like that. I'm gonna type them into the converter and just see what happens. 5448. Let's convert that. TH, okay, that is sensible so far. 45, 2045. 45, 2045. 54, 45. 52, 4E. 52, 4E. 41, 4C. 20, 47, 41. 52, 44. 45. 4E. I guess this might end up being something sensible. The Eternal Garden. Okay. Athena. Golden Apple people wanted to claim the Eternal Garden. In context, some say that Heracles, the Eternal Garden, gazing upon the stars. Okay. So... I'm gonna put that into my document. Okay. And it was... You find out what it was coordinated under. AO1. AO1. Athena 6. .txt. Let's look at figure it out. Oh, subject F6E. Let's try that. F6E. Convert. An invalid character in the letter N. Probably not. I shouldn't say invalid, but the converter I'm using gives it a diamond with a little question mark inside it, so... Let's scroll through... No, this is fine. Athena analysis. Oh, heavens. Let's look at these. Nothing in here, probably. Okay, Talos principle. That archive 260 BCE. BCE is before current era. I'm going to interpret it as that. Is there exactly one of each of these that has some Athena 12? We have additional characters in here, so I'm not sure exactly how to parse them. I'm not sure how interested I am in... Oh no. Oh no, oh no. That's an awfully long document. 4F6E. 4F6E. Convert. On. Document on. Number 6. 5207. Okay. 5207. 4686. F756. 7567. I'm going to convert that and see what it does. That's gibberish. Okay, cool. So there may be some way of translating it, but it's going to take a little bit more. Alright, I just looked at these. Oh! I guess I will do this. This one here, because it is a very obvious block. Oh, this is going to take a while, though. But I'll do it. So, 54, 72, 75, 74, 68, 20, 77. Sorry this isn't more interesting to listen to, but 61, 73, 20, 74, 20, 74. Where was I? Damn it. Oh, did I do that wrong? Let's do error correction. 6173. 61, 20, 74. Okay, I see it now. 68, 65. 68, 65. 26F. Okay. 6E, 6C. 6E, 6C. 79, 20. 79, 20. 64, 61. Then 75, I believe. I'll double check that. Yes, 67, 68. Okay. 74. 65. 74. 65. 72, 20. 6F. 66. 20. 54. 69. Nice. 6D. 65. 2E. Truth was the only daughter of time. Truth was the only daughter of time. Okay. Athena, so AO2. Athena. I'm getting the screen back up. Athena. Analysis. And Talos principle, anything like this? Nah. Oop. Okay. Athena 12. Now, this is a bit more ambiguous how to do that with. Then this probably is nothing, hopefully. Good. Yeah, we're gonna O. Oh, we did that though, right? Yes. then these two don't. Okay. Okay. Now that we've explored this, I think we're gonna check the time. And we're at an hour and 5. But I think I want to keep going for a bit. And then be done for the night, probably. But I think I'm gonna maybe see if I can reach 2 hours with this episode. Because I'd like these to be a bit longer, because I can record a bit longer. And so that would be cool to do. Oh, let's see. Building A is where I want to be, that's right. Ah, and they do have stuff crossed off where necessary. Nice. Oh, what did I... That is... Is that the pattern I put in? I don't know. This is interesting. We can now head for... Let's see. I'm scared a little bit. The star doesn't just mean easy. We'll go to 3. See what we've got. We've got enough to make whatever the portal, the jammer maybe that we can take out here. Maybe that's what we get. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what this does. Ah, another one of you. Oh? Why isn't text coming up for you? Can I crouch? Ah, why isn't it showing up? The earlier ones in the game did. I'm gonna get out my camera. Okay. Eagle has landed. Good heavens. Oh, good heavens. The Eagle has landed. 31, 39, 36, 39, 2F, 30, 37, 2... Okay. I'm gonna have to... I want to copy this. If I can. I don't want to send it in iMessenger. It's not an address that I'm sending it to. Bad iPad. The Eagle has landed. I'm gonna have to set this up. Type this in. I hope this isn't... Like, I kind of want to... Like, the game wouldn't expect you to do QR codes like this. 31, 30... 31, 39... 36... 39... 2F... 30... 37... 2F... 32... 30, 20, 32, 30... 3A, 31, 38. What you just heard... the value is not hex. What do you mean the value is not hex? Let's try this again. 1969-07-2018. It's a time, and it's probably... I think it's the time of the moon landing. So A03... Okay. I'm satisfied with that for now. And I still wonder why it won't... Yeah. I'm gonna hit extra set. Will I read it now? No. Huh. Let's get you quiet. Okay. AI feedback EML. We keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. That's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature, to suddenly come into being, created by others as an experiment? Have all the information about yourself to know exactly how you function. What would you think about the world? What would you see? Would you see meaning? Beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try putting ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction. That's why I almost gave up on my studies. Teams lead. We're blessed to have so many people contributing to this project, but we've got to make sure everyone is on the same page. Please refer to the following people when... Okay, we're about to type this in. So no W, but 74. Unfortunately, I have to tab back and forth here. 68, 72. And then 6F. This converts to THRO. It doesn't seem... W with throw? Throw? I don't know. That doesn't seem particularly meaningful just yet. Project lead, AI module, Nadia, Sarabhai, Institute coordinator, Rob McLean, EL software, Trevor Donovan, EL software, George Jameson, generation module, Alan Jameson, scenario module, Bob Ravinsky, Bob Rakovsky, simulation module, Radia Rickmont, something we don't know, Aurora Calvin, Link, hardware, Omar Garib, Link software, something learning, maintenance module, Lanning, maintenance module, J.E. Harrison, diagnostic, Frank, Nagati, memory module, Jared V, Shmilev, Viles, something, Sunway Yang, Talos unit, formerly Soma. They do a real one at the end. Gosh dang it. Okay. Though not directly part of our project, the archives team is sharing both physical and digital space with us. If there are any technical issues to resolve, please contact their lead, Arkady Chernyshevsky. I definitely said that name right. Don't worry, he's nice. Okay. Time for the numbers game. 75, 67, 6820, 6960. And I'm sorry that this is hard to listen to, maybe. 61, 63, 74. Unless you like the sound of me reading numbers, in which case you are in for a treat. 6F, 6E, and some letters stuck in because this is hexadecimal. 2C20, 61, 6C, 61, wait, we're 61, 6C, another 6C, And 6F, I think? Yeah, 77, 20, 68, 75, 6D, 61. 60, 61, 6E, 69. 74, 79. 20, 74. 6F, 20. 63. 6F. 6D. 65. 20, 74. 6F, 20, I think. Yep. 68. 61. 72. 60. How dare you? How dare you say that's not valid? Okay. I really don't want to do this again. 75, 67, 68, 20, 69, 60, 69, 60, 61, 63, 74, 69, 6F, 6E, 2C, 20, 61, 6C, another 6C, 6F, 77. Where was I? 6F, 77, 20, 68, 75, 60. A 61, 6E, 69, 74, 79, 20, 74, 79, 20, 74, 6F, 20, 63, 6F, 6D, 65, 2074, 6F, 20, 68, 61, 72, 60. Value is not hex. What do you mean? Oh, I put an extra space in. Okay, fair enough. Ugh, in action. Allow humanity to come to harm. The THRO earlier was relevant. Okay, fair enough. So team leads is the document here. Okay, A03 team leads. I can type in THRO. Through inaction, allow humanity to come to harm. I think that's the laws of robotics. So we will see. We will see indeed. Now let's go ahead and look through our stuff here. And exit. Wait, no. There was something we were missing. There was a third one we didn't open yet. Stratton of Stagira. That was mentioned earlier, but I forgot. Okay. Stratton of Stagira was a Greek materialist philosopher. For some reason that word didn't look like it was spelled right, but I think it's right. Associated with the Peripatetic school. No, maybe that's something different. I was thinking of the Beatles song. I'm gonna look it up. Beatles song, Maxwell's Silver Hammer. And, pataphysical. Not whatever this is. He was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the Peripatetics school. An admirer of Aristotle, he was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner, his commentaries on Aristotle were considered an important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Okay, cool. So, not Maxwell's Silver Hammer joke or reference or whatever. Not what's going on. Okay, this should be stashed for later. Okay. That's cool. Keys? Get a key ring here? Why am I getting the... No, no, no! Okay, I thought you were the frozen one. Interesting, though. Stashed for later. Now Maxwell's Silver Hammer is dancing around in my head. And I don't want to sing that one. It's a scary song. Scary song with energies that have been blamed for breaking up the Beatles. Okay, yeah, you're just gonna jump alright on me if I do that, I guess. Oh no, why is it... worst. Not the worst song to have stuck in your head, but it's gotta be pretty bad. Joan was quizzical. Stop. Stop. Oh. Oh, I wanna sometime zoom out and see what I'm doing when I do that. There's no way I can grab it and run, right? Nope. Uh... Hmm. So... I think I'm gonna have to navigate a maze of things trying to shoot me. And I don't love that. These are there. Okay. I'm gonna go back. I can go through here and grab the keys. I like having keys. Don't like those guys. Those turrets, rather. We're gonna go back this way. Open this up. This is weird stealth puzzle type stuff I wasn't expecting in this game. We're running? But where do we go from here? What else do we have here? Okay, I think we need to handle both of those somehow. We need a second. Step away. Okay. Huh. Okay. I don't like this one bit. Don't like this 2 bits. Don't like this 4 bits. Don't like this 8 bits. Don't like this 16 bits. How do I get through there? Is the question. Is the grand question for all of us today. How do we get past both of those? I can freeze one, but it's gonna... Yeah, that's gonna kill me. But if I can only freeze one at a time, where's the hope? Where's the hope of solving this puzzle? I'm missing one of these? I don't know, I'm scared to explore. These puzzles have not begun to click with me yet. This seems like weird stealth. It requires spatial reasoning and awareness. Okay. Okay, we can get over here. What's the... What's the thing we do here, though? Where can we move from here? I want another one of these. I want another jammer. I think I could do it with 2 jammers. Don't know how to do it with 1. There's... Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? Why not have this? Go back to the... Oh! We're gonna... Okay, lock you into place. Lock you into place again. Now we can... Okay. We win now. Oh, where's it coming from? Where's the beeping? And this is still gonna be hard. But... I can... It's a little too action-oriented for me. The way I see to do these things. Now... Aha, we run. There we go! Hooray! Now we escape. Yay! Okay. And where do we go next? Go over this way. Lock me up, swallowed the key. What a title for a level. Lock me up, swallowed the key. Okay, we got one of you. And, sure. Let's see. The keys. Very good. And what happens? We keep walking around. And... Okay, here we go. Oh, that opened a different way than I expected. Let's see... Oh, no. Okay, that's not gonna work. I don't see how that's going to work. Let's put it that way. Well, actually... Oh! Okay, I'm beginning to see how this might work. Okay, okay, okay. Gonna have to... do the little juggling routine. Hooray! And I am out of here. Okay, that's done. Oh, what is this? It's clear I'm not the first to walk this path. In fact, the whole thing seems to have been consciously designed by the voice in the sky, or by some other force. Sheep version 69.1.0108. Is this past forms of myself? I don't know. I do not know. I guess I can't get up this way once I jump in. It's the way back. Let's look at these signs. These signs are really pretty good. I was worried I was going to be horribly lost, but they've been helpful. They've been way more helpful than I expected. Ooh! And that was the thing from earlier. So the hard puzzles are over there. Is that what you're telling me? I guess so. Let's start by going over here. Okay. This is the 2-star difficulty. An escalating problem. So there's going to be an escalator here. Oh. I spent much time waiting for the designer to take my hand until I realized that he had been guiding me all along. I realized that this isn't for me to seek his help. It is for me to help myself. Okay, this is Faith. No, no, no. Okay, so we can get it to go up the stairs. That is not insignificant. Then we can trap it in here. So, that would help. That would make things a little safer, but it also is wandering around kind of willy-nilly, isn't it? Not sure how much utility it would add. Oh. Okay. How do I get in there? Aha. Oh. Oh no. Okay, how do I get up here? Oh? Seek counsel?
Here, those who are worthy may seek the counsel of my blessed messengers. But their wisdom shall not be given easily, for your accomplishments must be your own.
Weird. Does anyone manage to solve this? No messenger will aid you until you have discovered their resting place. Return here, then, to seek their counsel. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna get out my camera, see if it really says Mr. Spock here. Yes! And that is my Steam username. So, that is interesting to me, that that's the case right now. Oh, let's find someone's resting place. If we dare, if we can. I don't know. Okay, that didn't work. An escalating problem. Can I jump on the guy's head? The drone's head? No, I can't run by. Probably can't get close enough to... I don't know what I would do there. Don't know how I would get up. Okay, let's see if we've gotten...
counsel of my blessed messengers must be earned.
Cover their resting place. What do I do here? Yeah, this is definitely walled off, right? Yes. Oh, I understand now. We're gonna let it go through. And that was very easy solution. You can pick up stuff off of ledges. Useful info. Info that took me longer to figure out than it should have, but useful info. Not super difficult in theory, but for some reason in practice... Whoa, that was a little jumpy. Are we recovering? Hopefully soon. Oh, we need keys? Ah, that's just the first part? What do you mean? Okay. Okay, this is stairs. Oh, okay, I understand now. Okay, I don't understand now. I need to... Oh. Okay, let's go back around the other way and see if we can grab it from the other side. I think that's the lesson we're learning here. Yes, that's the lesson we're learning here. Sweet. I don't know what to do next, though. What on earth is that glowing thing in the... Oh, it's keys. It's just keys. Okay, cool. Let's see. No, I don't think we can do it quite like I want to. This one is really, really tricky for me. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and let us look. We're at 138. Okay. Probably we can solve this puzzle at least. Run around. Okay, you're coming towards me. I don't like that. Walk around this other way. Don't like that. Let's let you pass. I don't like how much progress I would lose if I died here. This is just kind of a funny grab stuff and run little challenge, I guess. Like I said, this is more like dodging the turrets in Portal than it is a puzzle. I mean, I know that was part of Portal, but like... When I set this down, do I just die instantly? I don't want to just die instantly if I set that down. What do I do here, though? What do I do? I'm gonna fall off this ledge. Okay. Store is open. I want to jam the thing above. I feel like I need two of these. How does this help? If I put this up here, and then go down here, what have I really accomplished? I don't think I've accomplished a thing. This area, though, doesn't look like it's too great of a point either, though. There's some sort of nook here? Or nook there? Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't at all. Okay, I want out of here. Not seeing any way forward in here. There might be something I'm missing in there, though. I don't understand what additional utility that key gave me. Other than... I can open this up. But then what? I don't know that that does as much for me. Oh? Let's try this. That doesn't really help. I'm certainly more challenged during this puzzle. I'm not sure it's a challenge I like. And let's see. No, we don't want to let the prisoner out. Not what we want to do. How do I operate with just one of these? I don't think that idea will work.
My child, there is no shame in seeking another path.
Nope.
Leave this mystery for another day.
Nope. I'm gonna leave this mystery for today. I'm stubborn. Unless I have to unlock another thing to carry around with me. In that case, well, I don't like that. I don't like that as a solution. I really hope that's not the solution. Okay. Right, we've gotta grab it from the other side. That's how we do it here. Where the heck else can I... Can I get through there? I don't think I can. This is just a test of resolve. I really wouldn't like. I would not be happy to like run through that and be like, ah, the solution was just run really fast. No. Please don't do that. Okay. That's not a room that we can get in, right? Oh. Darn it. Okay, we're letting the prisoner out of the vault. Okay, is there any other pathway here? Because I'm not seeing one immediately. Feels like an exit path. Okay, we're gonna wait for this to pass by it, go back on through. Then we're gonna let it out and see what happens. Okay. I've jammed it all the way from there. And the door is not going to open for me. I'm not going to be able to get into that portion of the map anyway. So what good does it do? Not really much. I feel like there should be a second jammer here. So the escalator was the name of the level, or something like that? You open this. Solution is we run to the other side, we pick it up from the other side. I would feel like, if I were designing a puzzle, I would take that concept and I would do something interesting with it. But I'm not seeing how that would work here. The simple solution is we need 2 of these. The boring solution is we need to just kind of do a Hail Mary run. I don't like that, and I don't think that's the solution. Oh, maybe. That's the solution. I'm gonna be mad. No! Ah, I am not happy. Ugh. How frustrating. Okay, okay. But first it teaches us to grab from up here. What if we need the ball of doom somehow? Yes! No. Okay. Yes. Yes. We have somehow discovered what we need to do. Okay. We use the Sphere of Doom. What? Okay, I'm beginning to understand. So now we need to find the path. Yep. You're not gonna get me. Okay. So what we're gonna do? Gonna unlock the door. Then we are going to take our little get away. Walk into it, walk into it. Yes. Okay, there we go. Try, fail again, eventually succeed. Okay. Good. Good, good. That feels good to have that puzzle out of the way. See how much time I have on my clock. Oh, we'll look at the next puzzle. Don't know if we'll beat it, but we'll look at the next puzzle. Is this the new puzzle? Yes, it is. A bit tied up. Cool. Oh, okay. So the puzzle partially. Okay. Now it's gonna... Yeah, these two are gonna annihilate. Hooray! Okay. I feel like that's probably just the first step to this puzzle. I kind of want it to be... Seems like one about juggling these parts around. Okay, good. What? No, I hated that. Why did they do that to me? I don't understand where that came... I don't understand where that came from. And I'm not happy that that happened. Okay, we've got you on lock. I'll grab you from a distance. I'll get you out of the way. Get you out of the way. We can proceed to our next portion of the game. Okay, that wasn't so bad to redo, but oof. Okay. Oh, hey. I get a star. That horrifies me. That horrifies me. I don't know if I want to get all the stars. I missed some stars. But... This is more info for me? Sure. Downloading user profile. Congratulations, your new user account has been registered. Would you like to see the details? Display conflicts. User provided an objective response when asked for a subjective one. Okay. Psychological profile. You may already be criticizing your own performance, but it's clear you understand how the world of ideas affects you, even if you are sometimes wary of the realities and allow your preferences to dictate your beliefs. You have a great deal of unused capacity, which you have not turned to your advantage. Disciplined and self-controlled outside, you tend to be worrisome and insecure inside. But you pride yourself as an independent thinker and do not accept others' statements without satisfactory proof. Okay. Account privileges. Basic account privileges only. Due to outstanding notes on your account, and despite displaying many of the characteristics of being a person, you cannot be granted admin status at this time. In the meantime, please enjoy the basic account functionalities. Com portal. Okay, I can't get those. Let's look at the conflicts again. Objective response when asked for a subjective one. Okay. Log MLA support ticket. I'm sorry I wasn't able to assist you if you're still encountering... Ah, lost admin password. Okay. I think that's about all. Thank you. A support ticket has been generated and appended to your profile. You will receive a notification when a reply has been sent. Okay, this is all the same stuff. We're going to go back to the first archive, and we're going to see what this does. So we need to combine two T's. Okay, they're going to have to be like... Yes, yes, I understand now. Okay. The witness has prepared me for this moment. What are you? You look fun. Gimme.
There is much that you may learn in the halls of my temples, for there is much that you do not know. That is why you are a child.
You took it away from me?
Children are made to learn, and in time they come to have dominion over the lands of their home. So it shall be with you and your generations.
I don't understand. You showed me that thing and then you took it away. Curse you. Curse you for taking away the thing. Tripod or whatever it was. Well then. I think this is a good place to stop, probably. I kind of expect this to be taken away from me too, but maybe it'll unlock something. That was frustratingly unsatisfying and a very effective way of, like, if you weren't already unhappy at this voice, making you unhappy at this voice. So, good job on that game. Oh, I need to see what the star does on the side of the thing. Where is the room? Room number 3. One of the stars is crossed off, so there's another star somewhere in this land. I don't know if I want to do the stars, like I said, but it's good, I guess, knowing they're there. We'll see. We'll see how much I want to do. Those questions, interesting questions in here. Exploring, noticing the numbers, figuring out the code. That was cool. I think we had a good session today. We'll see how long I'm able to go next time. This was about 2 hours. I think maybe 2 to 3 hours is probably a good sweet spot for the sorts of thing I'm trying to do. I have some days where it's easier for me to make recordings, so I'd like to make use of them as much as possible. But anyway, this was good, and I thank you for joining me, and I hope you continue to join me as I work my way through this game. I'm still kind of similar to last time. The puzzles have yet to fully click for me as being things that I really enjoy. The rest of the stuff has been interesting and intriguing. But, you know, there's room for the puzzles to move, and I did appreciate the solution to the one that I was stuck on for a long while, where I had needed to get the ball out of that room, because it's like, hey, this is a perfect place to trap it. So they did do a little misdirection on me, and that's good to know that this game likes... I don't know if it likes to, but it would misdirect you if it thought it was the right call for a puzzle, so... It means to be skeptical of puzzle elements and not just be like, okay, here's a puzzle element, I'm going to have to use it. I might have to just leave a certain thing that I could do undone. But anyway, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.